Primarily just for the sake of thumbnail. Today, I filled my scooty's petrol tank, went to the newspaper agency, got the newspaper from there because that man told me that because of some delay issues of the transportation services, they could not distribute the newspapers themselves in the morning. So yeah, someone can consider this niche of YouTube videos probably can be because this is easy. Getting a newspaper and reading it, it's not a big deal, so it's fine. But today, I literally put slightly more efforts than that. It was not just getting newspaper and reading, but it was also slight efforts to get the same newspaper, which probably is the source of my content. Also, I used to stream on Twitch and Keek. These are two streaming platforms mostly used in US, Australia, such countries, Canada, etc. So I used to stream on those two platforms, but I skipped doing so because they keep your streams for 7 days and then it gets vanished from there. But YouTube keeps it probably forever till the channel is safe and secure, not hacked or not cancelled by YouTube or Google itself. The reason why I came here, but I on my another channel where I put my short form of content, the handle is Sukrais. I'll mention it in the description. It's about different niche and it primarily or mostly have short form content, that's shorts. So earlier I used to stream on YouTube too, but then that another channel of mine has those 3 4 streams of mine, but then I skipped streaming because streaming, if you're actually providing news in a newsroom, then streaming is fine. They stream, that's their job. But if you're a newcomer, or I won't say newcomer, but you're a beginner to be an anchor, a news anchor, then it's very difficult to stream at house. There can be anything around, or your parents can ask you to do anything at the same moment. So streaming is quite difficult. It's not always the same. Sometimes you may have a not disturbing space around, so you can stream and stream goes smoothly. But it's sometimes, rarely your stream goes smoothly if you're streaming from your house. Most of the times it's very difficult to stream. There's always a fear that anything can come around and there is nothing like pause, it will directly get stopped. The reason why I started recording and uploading, but it's almost like stream because here no editing is going to be there. These videos probably are around 1 hour, so it takes a lot of time to edit. Secondly, primarily I am not an editor and do not enjoy editing. The reason why I don't even put a music on it, because even it takes a lot of time and I have to also do other things. Okay, if you want slide editing, short form of content, you can go to my another channel, the link is in the description. Okay. Okay, so after putting efforts and getting newspaper, even the distributor was amazed that just to get a newspaper, this guy came to the agency himself. Because most of the time, if some kind of delay issues happen, then people say, okay, fine, for today it's okay, we can skip newspaper. But for me, he didn't know that for me it's a start to speak to all of you. I know I don't just read. I don't know who knows this or not. I don't just read, but I also try to interact with you all. The reason why this is really important to start the conversation. So I was the only person who went there. So when I went there, he was like, "Man, you just came here to get the newspaper." I was like, "Yes, this is really important for me." I didn't mention everything or make him understand everything because he is definitely not personal or very close to me. The reason why I just took my newspaper, I pay for it and came back. Okay, so it's Tuesday, December 16, 2025, the Indian Express. The headline is Government Changes NREG, States to Pay Pause for Farm Work. The subtitle is States Asked to Fund 40% of Rural Job Scheme, given by Harikishan Sharma, New Delhi. December 15. In a major overhaul of the 2 decade old rural job guarantee scheme, the BJP led NDA government in its third term has prepared a bill that proposes to increase the number of days for which work can be demanded by rural households in a year to 125 from 100 now, and for the first time shifts 40% of the financial burden of the scheme to states. For the last 20 years, since the Rural Employment Guarantee Law was enacted by the Congress led UPA government in 2005, the center has been footing 100% of the wage costs. Wages account for three-fourths of the entire expenditure under the scheme. Materials used in the works account for the balance one-fourth, and this cost is shared by the center and states in the ratio of 75 as to 25. The proposed bill has projected the annual spending on the new scheme to be rupees 1,51,282 crore in the first full year post implementation. No matter for what reason this much amount is getting used, but this is a lot of money, definitely. Obviously, more 9 times more than this is just the net worth of Mukesh Ambani, and more than that, uh, many more times than this is net worth of Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. Okay, the next title is Ali TDP fund sharing concerning it will put a lot of burden on state. Gi- Given by Srinivas Janyala, Hyderabad, December 15. With the center's Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission or VBG Gram G Bill 2025 likely to put a higher financial burden on the states. Execure with its provision to share funding of the scheme. Andhra Pradesh Finance Minister has said they will support and implement it through the sharing of funding is concerning and would put a burden on the state. The BJP and Telugu Desam Party are allies at the center and in the state. When the Indian Express pointed out the funding pattern of the new scheme, Andhra Pradesh Planning and Legislative Affairs Minister Payyavula Keshav said the government will study the provisions of the bill and that it will support and implement it. A small disclaimer, which I probably almost every video I give it. On the front page of the newspaper, even you may know this, just 25% of all the articles is mentioned. The rest 75% is mentioned on the second page, which I do not like to read. Yes, I am not someone who is going to remember all of this and implement in any kind of examination. No, I am cultivating a habit of reading and I like to share it with you. I feel quite more confident. Also, I have a habit of whenever I'm reading or I'm watching something, I get a lot of thoughts. Definitely, most of you might feel this, that we get a lot of thoughts whenever either we watch something or read something. So instead of making a fool out of myself, I mean, I don't know how my parents would react if I would just start speaking to myself while reading. The reason why I record, so if they would ask me that whom are you speaking, then I can say that no, I'm just recording, I'm speaking to the camera, I'm recording something. So it won't be that weird for them. Okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, I just read the 25% mentioned on the front page. I don't continue that article on the second page because that's not attractive for me to read the second page. It's very thin. Like, see how newspaper is quite bulky. It has enough papers, enough sections inside. So the front page looks really attractive. Not just attractive, but also so many big headlines, so many articles. Even though it's 25%, just so many articles, and also it's quite thick because it has every section is inside it. The reason why it looks nice and feels nice to read. So whatever feels nice to read, I read it to me, and whatever I don't read because I know neither me nor you, we both are not gonna remember this very well. The reason why the channel's name is to zone out because we all need something to zone out. We can't zone out just like that. We are sitting alone and It's very difficult to zone out when we are alone. When we do not have anything to do, we zone out when we actually have to do something, most of the times, which can be useful for us. Okay, like for example, reading a newspaper, or for example, reading any uh, what kind of books they are, self-help books, yeah. So while reading these kinds of books or newspapers, we don't like it, we don't enjoy it, they are not interesting, they're not fictional, they don't get us to any unrealistic fictional world. So it's very easy to zone out while doing these things. So if you're alone and if you don't have nothing to zone out, and if you really want it, if you want a break from your work, study, etc., etc., college, school, office, etc., etc., I'm there to help you. Just put my video on, just keep it going on, just keep it on, keep it going on, and feel free to zone out. I i probably would be the first person who would not ask you to please stay attentive, listen to each and every single word for your benefit, because I know we our tendency is not like that. Just for our benefit we would listen each and every single word. No, our tendency is not like that. We should feel nice no matter how unrealistic or how useless someone is saying. But if it's interesting, we would listen to it. And no matter how useful or beneficial someone is saying, it's not interesting, it's boring, we would really skip that video. The reason why I didn't put efforts in saying something really useful or better for you, because there are many people doing so, and also many people do but do not get views, even though that's beneficial for you, but you do not like it, so you do not want it. The reason why I'm just here, so I probably would be the first person to say that do not put attention to what I'm saying. I'm just reading and I'm sharing it with you all. You can put it on and you can zone out happily. You can go to your dreamy world and realistic fictional world where you are the king, where you live a life, that's where you live a larger than life picture. Okay. So the next title is Before NDA, UPA 2 discussed halting work, sharing cost. Given by Manoj CG, New Delhi, December 15. Most of the articles on the front page definitely are from New Delhi. The journalists who write the articles, most of the articles on the front page are from New Delhi, New Delhi. Obviously, because it's the capital of our nation. I just uh, witnessed a vlog in the morning of New Delhi, which was interesting. Delhi is quite cheerful to watch on screen most of the daytime on screen, but the very but the infamous thing about it, that the look, I don't know how much is it true and not, but most of the people say that after 7 going out is not in safe. This is not new. Many people say, many locals and many outsiders also say that after 7 it's not safe in Delhi. But to watch the daytime on screen as a vlog, it's really interesting. So I enjoyed it. So even if you wish or think of it, give it a shot. Not a big deal. But after finishing this video and after finishing your fictional picture in your mind about yourself, where you are SRK, you are Hrithik Roshan, etc., etc. Okay. So this article has been given by Manoj CG, New Delhi, December 15. Among the major changes that the NDA government has proposed to the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act architecture is halting the scheme during the peak farming seasons and moving it from a center funded model to a cost sharing arrangement with states. While the opposition, including the Congress, has hit out at the government, these issues were points of debates and contention during the UPA government as well. In 2011, Sharad Pawar, as Agriculture Minister in the UPA second government, had called for halting NREGA works during sowing and harvesting seasons, saying the scheme was adversely affecting the agriculture sector by drawing out farm laborers from agricultural operations. Power then wanted Power then wanted the scheme to be paused for at least 3 months during the peak agricultural seasons. Moving ahead, the next title is Law says only local official can issue notice to electors in Bihar. In Bihar, poll panel sent pre-filed notices. The subtitle says may not have led to sorry, I'll repeat the title and the subtitle. So the title again is Law says only local official can issue notice to electors. In Bihar, poll panel sent pre-filed pre-filled notices. The subtitle is may not have led to deletions, but process raises questions of jurisdiction under election law. My figure of speech is slightly fast, and I'm not a native English speaker. The reason why whenever I speak in English, my fast rate of speech and uh, an intermediate, I won't say proficient, not also not a beginner, but an intermediate English speaker, both the things together create many mistakes. I hope you would understand. Given by Damini Nath, Patna, Siwan, New Delhi, December 15. As notices begin going out on Tuesday to electors with the publication of draft rolls in 5 states and union territories under the Special Intensive Revision SIR, a procedural red flag from Bihar has set off concern within the election machinery. In the closing fortnight of the Bihar SIR in September, the Indian Express has learned electoral registration officers across the state found pre-filed pre-filled notices appearing on their individual logins on the Election Commission of India's centralized portal. These notices estimated to be in lakhs, but no number has been provided by the Election Commission, were addressed to Bihar electors who had already submitted the forms and supporting documents and whose names figured in the draft rolls published in August. Significantly, while the notices bore the names of the EROs, they had not been generated by them. This departure matters because the law is clear. Under the Representation of the People Act 1950, it's the ERO of the Assembly constituency and only the ERO who is empowered to doubt an elector's eligibility and issue a notice calling for a hearing. Indeed, Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar has also underlined this principle at an August 17 press conference describing electoral revision as a decentralized construct. Kumar said, neither I nor my fellow election commissioners, nor any election commission official or you can add or delete votes. I repeat, Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar said, neither he nor his fellow election commissioners, nor any election commission official or anyone can add or delete votes except for following the legal process. It's against this statutory statutory. As of now, I'm saying statutory. If the pronunciation is wrong and something else is the exact pronunciation, then please put it in the comments. It's against this statutory. It's against this statutory and institutional backdrop that the Bihar episode raised eyebrows among several EROs, many of whom are learned to have chosen not to act or not to act on or pursue the notices. Okay, okay. I just got a slight cramp on my legs. In my legs. Sorry. Prepositions are really difficult. Okay, the next title is Maharashtra Municipal Corporation Elections on Jan 15, counting on Jan 16. Given by Vallabh Ozarkar, Mumbai, December 15. The Maharashtra State Election Commission Monday announced elections to 29 municipal corporations across the state, including the high stakes Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation and neighboring Thane and Navi Mumbai civic bodies on January 15, 2026. The counting will be held the next day. The announcement comes after a significant gap of 24 months to 46 months since the term of previous elected corporators expired. As for BMC and Thane Municipal Corporation, the civic body has been running without elected representatives since March 2022. Announcing the dates at the Sahyadri Guest House, State Election Commissioner Dinesh Wagmare said that more than 3.48 crore voters are eligible to exercise their franchise in these civic bodies, covering major urban centers of the state. The next title is Gunmen in Sydney's Bondi Beach attack identified as father and son. Given by Reuters, Sydney, December 15. The two alleged gunmen who killed 15 people at a Jewish celebration at Sydney's Bondi Beach on Sunday were a father and son. Police said on Monday as Australia began mourning victims of its worst gun violence in almost 30 years. The father, a 50-year-old shop owner, was killed at the scene, taking the number of dead to 16, while his 24-year-old son was in a critical condition in hospital. Police said at a press conference on Monday. Police did not release the shooters' names, but said the son was known to authorities and the father had a firearms license since 2015 and had six licensed weapons. The next title is Standoff Looming Over Nehru Papers. Sonia tells PM's museum her staff will look into it. Given by Divya A. New Delhi, December 15. Moving to avert a potential standoff, Congress leader Sonia Gandhi has assured the Prime Minister's museum and library of her cooperation in its bid to obtain a trove of private papers of the country's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, the Indian Express has learned. Sources told this newspaper that this is the first time Gandhi has responded to a communication from PMML in the wake of allegations that a bulk of these papers in 51 cartoons were reclaimed by her from the organization in 2008 when it was known as Nehru Memorial Museum and Library. Gandhi has conveyed that her staff will look into it, sources said. Okay, so the front page has been, I won't say done because there is a small happening today section. But as of now, I'll skip it because I have enough more to read. Also, I have quite less time. The time I'm recording it's almost 8:45. So and till 9:30, I not just have to finish reading but also slide preparation, like probably 1 or 2 minutes preparation. I need to get a thumbnail from AI, like I always put also, and to put the title, then captions. Small, very small. I won't say it editing, but quite small efforts to the video. So that to take five, mostly maximum 5 minutes. That also would take maximum 5 minutes. The reason why I am skipping the happening today section of the front page. Okay. Now the next section we are gonna see is the state news of Maharashtra. I know yesterday I read economy and the world section, but the state news of Maharashtra gives me the same feeling the front page gives. The reason why I'm reading it, you can take it in your way and do not feel shy or do not think even once. If you have any negative, critical or negative comment, do mention in the comments. I would love it. I know most criticism is definitely going to be more than appreciation. Appreciation maybe just point some kind of percent or 0%, but even criticism is enough, is fine. So please put it in the comments. Okay. So the first title of the state news section is BJP nominated in previous civic polls in state. Can it still hold them? Given by Zishan Sheikh, Mumbai, December 15. As Maharashtra prepares for a fresh round of municipal corporation elections this year that were announced on Monday by the State Election Commission, the shadow of the 2017 civic polls looms large over the political battlefield. The last round of elections held in these corporations, which will go to polls on January 15, marked a decisive reshaping of urban politics in the state, with the BJP emerging as the most dominant force across municipal corporations. The Shiv Sena holding on to its Mumbai bastion, and the Congress and NCP continuing to lose ground in key cities. 8 years later, with alliances fractured, parties split, and new political formations in play, the previous elections of important corporations, including Mumbai, Nashik, and Pune, offer a crucial reference point for understanding what is at stake in the upcoming civic polls. In the previous round of corporation elections, Maharashtra had 27 municipal corporations, and a number that has since and a, num- a number that has since increased to 29 with the addition of Jalna and Ichalkaran- Ichalkaranji, Ichalkaranji over the past few years. I mentioned before and I'm mentioning again. Please do let me know in the comments if I'm mispronouncing any word. A total of 2,736 seats were contested across municipal corporations, with the BJP emerging as the single largest party, winning 1,099 seats overall. The party secured absolute majorities in the several key urban centers, including Panvel, Mira, I guess they believe Mira Road. I don't know if it's still Mira Road or Mira, because here it's mentioned Mira, but when I was in Mumbai 2 years ago, it was Mira Road. Bhayandar, Nashik, Dhule, my hometown. Dhule, Jalgaon, Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad, Sangli, Miraj, Kupwad, Amravati, Akola, Nagpur, and Chandrapur, giving it control or clear dominance across much of urban Maharashtra. The result marked a sharp expansion of the BJP's urban footprint in the previous round. Sorry, in the previous round of municipal elections, the party had won just 320 seats. The more than threshold rise in its tally was widely seen as a spillover of its 2014 Lok Sabha victory, which had established the BJP as the state's most powerful political force and reshaped electoral behavior in cities and towns alike. The BJP was followed by its then ally, the Shiv Sena, which, despite being part of the BJP led state government, shared a strained political relationship with it and contested against the BJP in several municipal corporations, including Mumbai. The Sena won 489 seats overall and secured an absolute majority in only one corporation, Thane, where it won 67 of 131 seats. That performance, however, offers limited comfort to Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray today, as much of the party's organizational strength at the time was widely attributed to Eknath Shinde, who later split from the Sena to form his own faction. The Congress, after reading this particular Thane paragraph, uh, I watched a film. Many Maharashtrians would know this. It's a Marathi film. I watched a film Dharamveer based on Anand Dige Sahib, performed by Prasad Oak, as per which Anand Dige Sahib was a true social worker who helped a lot of people in various ways of Thane. If you like such films of a leader who thinks, not just thinks but also helps the local people or the people around him, please do watch Dharamveer. And there is also the second part, Dharamveer 2. It's actually Dharmaveer. So you can watch the first part and second part. I have watched the first part but not second one yet. So you can watch it. Okay, moving ahead. The Congress finished next with 439 seats, managing simple majorities in Bhiwandi, Nizampur, and Nanded, Wagla. The then undivided NCP won 294 seats, but failed to secure a majority on its own in any municipal corporation, coming closest coming closest in Navi Mumbai, where it won 52 of 111 seats. Despite these outcomes, post poll arrangements often cut across political lines. In Mumbai, the BJP, which won 82 seats, just two short of the Sena's 84, chose to support its ally in forming the BMC administration. As Mumbai and other major cities head into another round of civic elections in 2025, con- control of municipal corporations, particularly the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the country's, just if someone would ask you, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the country's richest civic body, is once again up for grabs. Unlike in 2017, when parties fought largely intact, the political landscape today is marked by splits, realignments, and weakened organizational structures. Against this backdrop, the 2017 results serve less as a guide to likely outcomes and more as a benchmark of how sharply urban politics in Maharashtra has shifted since then. How far parties have held on to or lost their civic ground will become clear only when voters return to the polling booths early next year. As I mentioned, neither I am an editor nor I like editing. The reason why, instead of trimming and then uh, adjoining different clips, I don't do so. I pause, as you can see, I pause and then resume the video. For me, that's suitable. Also, it may not like by many who are currently in the fast paced content and consumption. I'm not saying that I'm not a Gen Z. I'm also a Gen Z, and many Gen Zs, I don't know about Gen Alphas, but many Gen Zs do like fast paced content. They don't want gaps. They don't want pauses. They just want to listen the entire story in one go. The reason why many storytellers put either subtitle that increase the speed to 1.5x or 1.25x, something like that, to get that feeling. Who are not able to edit in that way, they put such subtitle that increase the speed to 1.5x, and who are able, they increase the speed by themselves in the video. I do neither of them. As I mentioned, if I'm not gonna continue, I mean, I'm gonna continue, but after 1 or 2 minutes, some kind of break, taking breathe, or just relaxing my legs, because sitting on my bed. So for that reason, you can see me, I don't even cut this part, pausing it. I don't even cut because it also takes a lot of time, and I also have to do other things too. I'm not saying very important, but important, not important for many, but important for me. Cool. So the second title of the state section is TV actor Anuj Sachdeva assaulted in his society over parking dispute. Given by Manish Kumar Pathak, Mumbai, December 15. The banger Sorry. The Bangur Nagar police in Mumbai registered a case after television actor Anuj Sachdeva was allegedly assaulted by a man in his Goregaon society Sunday. Following his complaint in the society's WhatsApp group that the man's car was parked in the wrong spot on the premises. Sachdeva, who was beaten up with a wooden stick, sustained severe injuries on his head and was also bleeding after the attack. This is neither funny nor enjoyable to all of them who enjoy someone getting beaten. I used to get in my childhood, but I made my I made my brain myself that to avoid being funny or laughing in such at such moments. This is not something to be laughed at because he got uh, severe injuries which sustain on his imagine severe don't even imagine severe injuries on his head that sustained and was also bleeding after the attack. So it's definitely not funny that a man got beaten. No, he got beaten for a reason. I mean, for something he may be not responsible. I'm reading the article, you can figure out by yourself. I'm not saying anything by myself. I'm reading, you can figure it out by yourself. But please do not laugh at such situations because the pain, the injuries the man is getting, that's physical. Okay, he is already getting some kind of pain physically. Also, if someone is laughing around him, then there's a mental trauma that man, I'm getting beaten, and also I'm getting beaten in front of someone else. And if that person is with whom that guy who's getting beaten up familiar, then it becomes more painful physically as well as mentally. He later posted a video of the entire incident on Instagram, which purportedly showed the accused abusing and hitting the actor repeatedly while also threatening to kill him. The police identified the accused as Pradeep Singh, a resident of the Harmony Mall residency on Link Road. Officers said he got angry when the actor's dog barked at him. According to officers, the incident occurred around 10:45 pm when Sachdeva was walking with his dog in the parking area of the society. He noticed that Singh had parked his car in the wrong place, so he complained on the society's WhatsApp group. Meanwhile, his dog barked at Singh, due to which the latter got angry. He allegedly took the security guard's wooden stick and went to beat the actor's dog, but the dog was taken away by then. Annoyed, Singh started abusing the actor, the police said, and hit him on the head, back, and right leg with the wooden stick. He's also heard in the video saying, "Are you going to make the dog attack me?" A woman's voice is also heard calling the security guard for help, after which two guards rush after which two guards rush in and pull the accused away from the actor. Sachdeva subsequently approached the Bangur Nagar police at 11:45 pm. The police recorded the actor's statement and registered a case under section 118, voluntarily causing hurt or grievous hurt by dangerous weapons, and 351, 2, criminal intimidation of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. An investigation is underway, said an officer at the station. The police identified the accused as Pradeep. Okay, as I have been mentioned by me already in the article. Okay, so the next title is Slain Sena UBT leader Abhishek Ghosalkar's wife Tejasvi joins BJP. Given by Express News Service, Mumbai, December 15. In a setback for Shiv Sena UBT, led by Uddhav Thackeray, in the run up to the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation elections, Tejasvi Ghosalkar, the wife of late party leader Abhishek Ghosalkar, who was shot dead last year, resigned from the party and joined the BJP Monday. Tejasvi submitted her resignation at 9 a.m. and released a letter addressed to party members and supporters, describing her decision as one taken from pain. In her letter, Tejasvi said she was facing immense difficulties balancing political work, public service, and her responsibilities towards her family. While working in politics, serving the people, and fulfilling her family responsibilities, she has to face enormous challenges. She had to face enormous challenges, she wrote, adding that the decision was taken after deep introspection. After deep introspection. Recalling her political journey, Tejasvi, Tejasvi said she came from a simple family and entered public life not out of ambition, but to support her father-in-law, Vinod Ghosalkar, and her husband, Abhishek Ghosalkar. She said, working among people, sharing their joys and sorrows, and serving residents to the Dahisar Borivali belt had given her a sense of fulfillment. Murder a turning point. The letter also referred to the murder of her husband, Abhishek, in February last year, which she described as a turning point that changed her life completely. Abhishek, a former cooperator from Dahisar, was shot dead in February last year during a live social media broadcast at a local leader's office. Tejasvi emphasized that her decision should not be seen as a lack of support from the Shiv Sena UBT leadership, but rather as a choice she felt compelled to make to address local issues effectively and secure her children's future. Based on her experiences over the past few years, she felt she must take a different decision to solve people's problems and ensures her children's future. She said, her move comes amid growing speculation about her political future over the past year. In June, Teresvi was appointed as a director on the board of the Mumbai District Central Cooperative Bank, a key institution in the city's cooperative banking sector, by its chairman and senior BJP leader Praveen Derkar. The nomination filled the vacancy left by her late husband, who was also a former cooperator and board member. At the time, Derkar, at the time, sorry, at the time, Derkar had described the appointment as a goodwill gesture and said it was carried out in accordance with the bank's rules. However, the development was widely seen as politically significant, particularly as it followed particularly as it followed Tejasvi's resignation as head of the sorry. However, the development was widely seen as politically significant, particularly as it followed Tejasvi's resignation as head of the Shiv Sena UBT Women's Wing in the Daisar Assembly segment in May, citing personal reasons and dissatisfaction with the function of the party's local leadership. While Tejasvi had not formally quit the Shiv Sena UBT at the time, her bank appointment, backed by a senior BJP leader, fueled speculation of a possible shift in allegiance ahead of the crucial BMC elections set to be held in January. Her father-in-law, Vinod Ghosalkar, alleged at the time that attempts were being made to draw her away from the party. The next title is Eknath Shinde unveils plan for 300-acre Central Park at Mahalakshmi Racecourse. The project is expected to help reduce air pollution. Given by Express News Service, Mumbai, December 15. Hours before the State Election Commission and announced the dates for the municipal corporation polls, including the high-stake Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde on Monday unveiled an ambitious green infrastructure roadmap for Mumbai and Thane, anchored by a nearly 300-acre central park at Mahalakshmi Racecourse and an array of public amenities in Thane. Spread across 295 acres, the proposed central park will combine 125 acres of the Mahalakshmi Racecourse with 170 acres of land along the coastal road, making it the largest urban park in the country. The master plan was presented to Shinde at a meeting attended by BMC Commissioner Bhushan Gograni and architect Hafiz Hafiz contractor who has designed the project. Shinde said the park would remain entirely green at the surface level with no concrete construction except for walking paths. This will be the biggest gift to Mumbaikars. The historic legacy of the racecourse will remain untouched. I'm glad by seeing that yesterday I requested to newspaper agencies that please to print the center section of the newspaper from where you fold it in two parts because it most of the times is not printed well. And today I'm able to see every single word mentioned on the second middle part from where the paper gets divided into two parts. I'm glad to see that I'm able to read all the words mentioned on that line. Thank God. I don't know about other sections. As of now, I just went through the front page and the state news section page. But I believe if these pages have fine printed, well printed words in the middle part, then probably other sections would also have the same thing. But I'm glad that I requested yesterday and today I could see a change. I don't know, did they really took my request seriously? Sorry, I don't know, did they really take my request seriously? But assuming that and getting something better, what was expected by me yesterday, is a great thing to share with you all. Great and also true thing. I'm not just sharing I'm not sharing just to share. Okay. So the historic legacy of the race course will remain untouched, said the deputy CM, adding that citizens would be able to view horse racing while walking through the park. A key feature a key feature of the project is a 10 lakh square feet underground sports complex beneath the park, planned as an international standard facility with provisions for aquatic sports, boxing, basketball, gymnastics and skating, along with traditional Indian sports such as kabaddi and kho. The complex, according to Shinde, will be environment friendly. Guys, I know it's Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, but in newspaper they firstly mention it and then just go with the last name. Okay, but I'll take full name. The complex, according to Eknath Shinde, will be environment friendly. To manage traffic and visitor movement, the Central Park will be connected to the coastal road through a 1.2-kilometer underground tunnel, for which a tender worth rupees 550 crore has allegedly been issued. The underground network will also link the Nehru Science Centre metro station on Metro Line 3. Extend Beneath Any Besant Road up to Haji Ali. Just to get a fine rhythm, I'll repeat this paragraph. The underground network will also link the Nehru Science Center metro station on Metro Line 3, extend beneath Annie Besant Road up to Haji Ali, and connect to parking facilities along the coastal road. Gagarani said the coastal road parking facility will accommodate around 1200 cars and 100 buses with underground access designed to prevent congestion on roads. Calling the project a 300-acre oxygen park, Eknath Shinde said it would help reduce air pollution in the city. He also said all road concretization works in Mumbai would be completed by May, while sewage treatment projects are targeted for completion by December 6, 2026. Obviously, the Mahayuti government has delivered on its promises, he said. The plan for Central Park includes a 12-acre city forest, 77 acres reserved for gardens and open concert grounds, and 31 acres earmarked for a botanical garden, indoor concert arena, and convention facilities. Three interconnected zones will be linked through underground passages to ensure uninterrupted traffic flow. The racecourse, once accessible only to a few, will now belong to the city, Eknath Shinde said. Alongside the announcement of the Central Park for Mumbai, Shinde outlined a series of large scale projects planned for Thane, including a 260-meter long weaving tower along the Thane Creek, proposed to be the tallest in India. The tower will come up on 50 acres of land. Other projects announced include a convention center Kasar Vadavali, Kasar Vadavali, a 25-acre town park at Korshet, Korshet, an agri museum, aquarium, and science center, an international standard snow park, an amusement and adventure park, a bird sanctuary spread over 12.5 acres, a 25-acre musical concert, a 25-acre musical concert center, and a 50-acre ultra-modern sports complex. The Thane Municipal Corporation will also develop an 18.4-kilometer long Anandwan Green Corridor. The Thane Municipal Corporation will also develop an 18.4-kilometer long Anandwan Green Corridor connecting Sanjay Gandhi National Park near the Mira Bhayandar boundary. Most of the projects have entered the tendering stage and will be implemented on a build, operate, transfer basis. Next, and the last second title of today, Latur resident murders drunk man to fake his own death for rupees 1 crore insurance. A Latur resident was arrested for allegedly murdering a man and then burning his body inside a car in order to fake his own death to claim insurance of rupees 1 crore, a police official said on Monday. The man came up with this plan as he had debts of rupees 57 lakh, SP Amol Tambe told reporters. On Saturday, police were alerted about a car burning on Vanavada, Vanavada Palti Vanavada Road. Sorry, Vanavada, Vanavada Pati Vanavada Road in Osa Tehsil. A, a man was found burned to death inside. An accidental death case was registered. A probe found the car belonged to one Baliram Gangadhar Rathod of Osa of Osa Tanda and was being used by his brother-in-law, Ganesh Gopinath Chavan, the official said. Chavan told police he was under severe Chavan told police he was under severe financial stress. He had taken an rupees 1 crore term insurance policy 3 years ago and was burdened with loans. He was held within 24 hours of the crime, Tambe said. And the last title for today is when you when you are jailed, they want to break you. The best way to resist is to not succumb. I repeat, when you are jailed, they want to break you. The best way to resist is to not succumb. Said by Hani Babu. Out on bail, Elgar Parishad case accused speaks about his time in prison. Given by Sadaf Modak, Mumbai, December 15. For the 5 years that he spent in jail as an under trial in the Elgar Parishad case, says Hani Babu MT, he often dreamed that teaching at he was back teaching at Delhi University, attending academic conferences or meeting authorities over implementation of OBC reservation, a pet concern of his. Granted bail on December 4 by the Bombay High Court, Babu, 58 years old, has moved into a rented home in Kharghar, incidentally not far from the Taloja Central Jail in Navi Mumbai, where he was lodged. As part of his bail condition, he cannot leave Mumbai without permission of the court. Babu, who was associate professor, English department at Delhi University, when arrested on July 28, 2020, says, whatever the jail life was denying me, I used to live in my dreams. He was suspended as per service rules following his arrest, with the National Investigation Agency accusing him, among others, of being part of a conspiracy to further the activities of the banned CPI Maoist. Babu was specifically charged with being part of a defense committee formed to secure the release of G.N. Sai Baba, another Delhi University professor. Sai Baba was acquitted of charges of alleged Maoist links in March last year and passed away months later in October. Babu was granted bail on grounds of long incarceration without a trial, which is yet to commence. Of the 16 arrested in the case, only 3 remain in custody now. Babu says the initial prison days were exacting as he was kept in solitary confinement as part of the COVID quarantine for nearly a month. He could not leave his cell or interact with anyone. I was con- he was constantly worried if his family members knew where he was. It was only in the third week when he spoke to his lawyers that he was assured. He says, in May 2021, Babu developed an acute eye infection which affected his vision and was allegedly denied access to healthcare till his wife Jenny Rovena, also an assistant professor at Delhi University, wrote to the authorities. Babu almost lost sight in one eye and says he was not the only one to face such a situation. The prison authorities are incomplete. The prison authorities are incomplete in complete denial about health issues. If you complain about anything, it's usually trivialized at first. His vision was affected, his eye was red, but was told initially that maybe he put something in his eye. He was told he would be taken to hospital if a guard was available. He said, while he was taken to hospital eventually and diagnosed with orbital cellulitis, cellulitis, the pain in the eye lingers. He kept telling her, Rowena, that if not for her, he would have died in jail. Babu said. He also contracted COVID but was happy when his quarantine month ended and he was moved to a regular barrack, even though the 22 capacity barrack often held three times more prisoners. While there while there were many moments in the prison when he wondered how he would survive, Babu says, he came to realize that survival was a way of resistance. When you are confined, they want to break you. The best way to resist is to not succumb. The only way you can fight back is by being healthy, keeping your mind alive, active, and doing things which are positive. It can be more difficult for the family, Babu adds, who struggle on the outside. Prayer to helped, prayer too helped with the agnostic Babu learning to offer namaz and read the Quran for personal strength. Rowena, often along with their daughter, F- Farzana, visited every few months, traveling to Mumbai from Delhi. They also kept in touch over letters. While he wrote every week, a letter would take weeks to get delivered. The letters and the response would get all jumbled up due to this. It felt like living in multiple time zones, Babu recalls. At other times, video calls and phone calls helped, and it was through these that he kept in touch with his mother, who lives in Kerala. To keep himself busy, Babu taught other inmates English. I would like to repeat this. To keep himself busy, Babu taught other inmates English, read books, and learnt other languages, including Tamil, Urdu, and some Arabic. He also took up writing on linguistics in Malayalam with not much work done in the area. While he is confined to Mumbai for the time being, Babu hopes to be able to go to Delhi and have his suspension from the university revoked. Only once he go back can he start the struggle of getting his job back. Only once he go back can start the struggle of getting his job back. Most of the accused in the Elgar Parishad case are not residents of Mumbai, but bail conditions don't allow them to live outside Mumbai for more than a few weeks. Co-accused Gautam Gautam Navyakhas petitioned to reside in Delhi during the presidency sorry during the pendency of the case is pending in the High Court. A lot of his time in prison went towards writing legal applications for prisoners or training others in drafting them, and Babu, who has a law degree, hopes to pursue this. 5 years inside has given him a good education in law, he said. Yeah, he said. Okay, it's more than 1 hour. I know we read today quite less, but as I mentioned, the shortage of time sometimes. But this would be the video till now in which I would have interacted the most with you, and I hope in the coming videos I'll interact more. I'll make interaction with you all primer primary thing, and reading the newspaper secondary one. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.